Either live my life the way I want or spend the rest of my days in uni being so cautious. Okay, is this on here or there? Here. It's giving Netflix documentary, isn't it? Yeah. But if you're coming across my channel for the first time, hello, my name is Eniola Victoria. It is so great to have you. And you can do more since you clicked, just click the subscribe button. Let's get into it. Every now and then people tweet, make videos about how uni is nothing like the early 2000 Nollywood movies where everyone is wearing short skirts and heels, the grownish experience. Nothing like that. And they're not wrong. They're not wrong because some people scammed us. But I didn't go into uni thinking that I was going to have the grownish experience. I have two older siblings, so I had an idea of what uni is supposed to look like, what it's supposed to be like. But regardless of that, I still liked wearing heels. I liked wearing boots, shoes. So I remember the first day I went to school, the first day I entered campus, it was Kamisin campus. I went with an old friend, and the minute he saw me, he said, "What's the CD? Just like a refresher." I looked at myself, I was wearing a jean trouser and top. So like, what's so special there? And I was like, "Oh, your shoes." I wore a slip-on, also called flat shoe. I was like, "Oh, how is that?" Anyways, I got into school and that was when I realized what it meant. 90% of the students were wearing slippers. I took note of that and moved on, went on with my life. One day, I can never forget that day. It was a Tuesday. I wore heels to school. It was this slippers heels. It wasn't even covered, just slippers heels. As at the time, it was probably the third week, so I already knew a few of my classmates. Made, I won't say friends, just familiar faces, just a few familiar faces that you say hi to. I remember when I got to school, this girl, she was my classmate, and she said, "Kiri, in English, what's this?" But that statement doesn't eat really well in English. Oh my god! Oh my god! Kilo Kosi, what are you wearing? And to her, it was just just a joke. She was just making a joke. It was just something that she said, and a few other people too looked at me. I was like, "What are you wearing?" As at that moment, I didn't really feel offended, but something shifted in me that moment, and I didn't realize. All I knew was I'd pick up my outfit, pick up my shoes, and then I'd change it at the last minute because I'm like, I don't want to wear this. I don't want to wear these boots. Don't let me wear these heels. Let me just wear something. Let me just wear one of my flash shoes or something really simple. And so whenever I had to go home, I'd return some of my shoes because I wasn't wearing them. Then I got to 200 level, strike happened, 8-month strike. And I realized how much I missed wearing my shoes. But the thing is, nobody stopped me. Nobody said, "Ella, don't wear this thing again." It was just one laugh, one comment. Something that I didn't realize hit me so much. They called off the strike. It was time for us to resume. And my mom came on Monday with shoes. She bought shoes for my sister actually, but it didn't size her. The shoes didn't size her, so they became mine. Perfect fit. I packed my bags, packed my shoes, went back to school. One day, I picked up my outfit as usual. It was a pair of boots, Chelsea boots. I was like, "Hey, if I wear this to school again like this, people will not laugh at me." Okay, let me shall wear it. I entered school and I was like, okay, well, they talk, no one. Why am I letting someone else's opinion decide what I wear? It was not as if I was so courageous at that moment, but I realized something. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is not waiting until you are no longer afraid. Courage is deciding that being yourself is more important than your fear of being judged. Either live my life the way I want, wear my shoes however weird it might look, or spend the rest of my days in uni being so cautious. And the people laughed that day. Oh, of course, they did. They laughed, as usual. A few months later, it became, "You and these your shoes, Sha." Later, we transitioned to, "I like your boots, oh. Don't leave your boot outside, though." It's fine. By the time I got to 400 level, I had a few people asking me, where do you buy your shoes? I really like them. Slowly the perception changed because I didn't conform. Because I decided to teach people how to see me. And that is what consistency does. It changes perception. You see, if you show up as yourself long enough, the world is going to adjust. They don't have a choice. But I won't give all the credit to myself. I'm going to give a little to my friends. It's very important to surround yourself with people who remind you of who you are. There was a day in 500 level, my friends and I decided to go out. By the time I got to 500 level, the perception had changed. I just want to point to something from this story. We're about to head out. I picked up my slippers. I dusted it. And my friend said, why are you wearing slippers now? Wear one of your shoes. Those are your shoes now. But that day, I really didn't feel like wearing. I just wanted something simple because I'd been standing all day and I was tired. But I was really happy. A part of me was really happy. Yeah. Now, a funny plot twist happened. One of the people that laughed at me in 100 level, like I said, no bad blood. I didn't hold a grudge, because everyone is entitled to their opinion. Said theirs, laughed, fine. So we're having a conversation and she complimented my shoes. And she went further to say, I would really like to wear shoes like this, but hey, if I try it, people will laugh at me. Like, what is he wearing? I didn't even make sense of that conversation until a few days later. Sometimes the society that we are scared of is something that we created. I was angry, not at her, at myself. Nobody stopped me from wearing my heels. Nobody can make you feel inferior without your permission, and I gave them permission. Because as much as I hate to admit it, a part of me was seeking approval. A part of me wasn't really confident the day I wore that heels to school. A part of me was waiting until somebody said, yeah, it's nice for you to wear heels to school now. And when people laughed at me, I stopped wearing them. And when I stopped wearing them, a part of me was still waiting for permission. A part of me was waiting until somebody said, it's okay for you to start wearing them back. Nah, don't worry, it's okay for you. Look, the world will always have opinions. Today it's your shoes, tomorrow it might be your career, your voice, your dreams. If you keep waiting until everyone approves of you, you will spend your whole life asking for permission to be yourself. So please and please wear your heels. Start the business. Post the video. Apply for the job. Say yes to that opportunity. Live your life because it feels right to you. The greatest freedom isn't escaping the world. It is refusing to let the world decide who you are.